Moving over straight to the Premier League, man, because boy, what a weekend for different reasons. But I think there's only one place to start. Dubbed El Sackico.
You see that one that was getting me mad. You know why? Bro, the man them out telling El Sackico were the teams that were behind the teams that were even playing in the game. So I didn't get it. To me, it was just
El
so
Sackico, you know.
Massive El Sackico, you know.
But it's not even about the teams behind you. It's just the fact that, bro, they've given you a name. It's El Sackico.
That rattled me. That one's the one that rattled me. Nothing else.
I can imagine. That's the thing. So yeah, Tottenham welcomed Man United to their amazing stadium on the weekend. It was a Friday night game. United coming back from a heavy defeat to Liverpool. I'm not sure what Tottenham's last result was, Calvin, but probably a defeat as well. I'm not sure.
Yeah, we lost 1-0 to West Ham.
Yeah, so it was a game that meant one of these teams needed the win, and whoever didn't, boy, things could be going left for their manager. And do keep up to date with us, because what we're hearing at the moment, boy, it's looking a bit sticky for us at manager. United came out winners, 3-0, which was obviously hard for Calvin to see. However, for Prez and Stephen, I think you both would agree was the result that you needed to bounce back from. And there's only one place we're going to start, man. Let me just hit you with a stat. The man has never gone 5 games, is it without scoring, for 12 years.
Yep.
He was on game number 4, coming up to 5. And yeah, man, he did that thing. And can I just say, what a finish. The ball from Bruno, the first time volley. I know certain are.
Can I also just say...
Andy, wait.
This guy's always quick to jump.
Oh, I knew. I was tears are burning.
I was gonna give praise actually, but
ooh, yes, yeah.
Andy, kick it off, man. Like that first goal from Ronaldo, man. I mean, you're a footballing guy, so yeah, you're saying you're gonna give praise to that,
brother. That was a strike, man. That was the thing is, yeah, when Bruno lofted it in, and obviously Bruno, you know, I've got my thing with Bruno in it, but sometimes when he does give assists or those type of assists, it's with what do you call it? It's with like he knows what the other player is gonna do. So there was no way Ronaldo was gonna hit that across to Cavani. There was no way Ronaldo was gonna even miss that. For some reason, I knew that was going in, but the manner and even the execution and seeing it in replay, looking at Ronaldo replay slow motion is beautiful, man. I can't even lie, because greatest striker, man. I'll give him that. He's literally the greatest striker in history of football, man. Because the way he hit that, where he hit that,
Lloris into that corner from that angle,
bro. Like Lloris
on the volley.
Lloris should save that. Any keeper should save that, actually. But
that was the only place to go.
Yeah, Drew. It feels like that 10,000 hours concept. When you do something so much, it becomes just beautiful. So
he is nuts, man. He is nuts.
I feel it's a bit harsh to say any keeper should be saving that, because you got to think about it. The ball, and for the keeper to get down that low. So
no, not in that manner. As in, like for a keeper, you'd be like not ashamed, but like you'll be kicking yourself for not covering that back post or not saving that.
But then you remember who scored that goal, and you think, you know what, it's calm. Move on.
That goal was mad. But I wasn't even going to praise that. I was going to praise the assist for Cavani, because that one was very nice as well. And no one was talking about that, but that one was.
And he did the trademark chop as well.
Yeah, that's he ruled at the times, man.
Have they found Skip after that? Because boy,
I've never seen a man skank like that in a while since
but yes, Andy rightly mentioned there, not only did Ronaldo score, but he also got on the assist with a great ball through to Cavani, and at that point set the game dead. And then Rashford just put it to bed, man. As Tabo, who's not here today, said it was like an Henry-esque finish. 3-0. So Char, like I said, the right response from Liverpool.
Yeah. Well, look, I'm gonna say it like as I see it now. I personally watched the game thinking it wasn't a high quality game. I think it was clearly two teams who needed to get a result. Well, well, I say two teams that needed to get a result. Tottenham didn't play like they needed to get one, but it wasn't. When I look at City, Liverpool, I remember watching the Liverpool Chelsea game, thinking like, wow, like the level of that standard of football was just was crazy. When I watched the Liverpool City game, even though defending wise it probably wasn't the best football, like in terms of like their best players going against the other team's best players, just like high quality football. And I feel like with the game yesterday, I didn't watch United thinking, wow, like I think we looked very solid. I liked what he done with the tactics in terms of basically we didn't press up high like we done in previous games. We stayed very sort of compact, and I think the distances between sort of striker to defense was quite sound. So we looked good, but yeah, I'm not gonna sit here and say that we're back or like something's like sort of we've turned the corner. Good start. We've got a big week coming up, but look, I sat here last week and I said, look, if there's one team I know United will beat after Liverpool, it's Tottenham, innit? And like again, people thought I was cornering. It's not even a corn thing. It's just I know like. Yeah, I know when we need a result back against all things, Tottenham are probably the best team that we could play that are also recognised as a top team and get a result in. So yeah, obviously happy with the win, but I'm not looking at the game thinking, yeah, Man United are back in any stretch. But it's definitely something to sort of build off.
Don't worry, Calvin. We will get to you and obviously respond to what these guys are saying. But Prez, Ole definitely needed the result. Do you feel like you can still back him as a manager, or do you feel maybe it's time that you guys see him off this season? Like, let him have the season and, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I've been having a couple of conversations with the guys in the group chat about this, and for me, I don't see the difference between sacking him post Liverpool game and in 3 games time. I feel like at this point, you know what he offers as the manager, you know his deficiencies, and you know that it's likely when his back is against the wall, he's going to get a result. But it shouldn't have to be that endless cycle where we're unsure of, first of all, the team he's going to pick, the formation he's gonna choose, and the tactics or so-called tactics he's going to deploy. I feel like he's had enough chances to show us over how many seasons now, whether he's learned or grown as a coach. And for me, I just don't see it, man. So,
can I ask you guys a question?
Go on then.
In regards to the formation that you guys played yesterday.
Yeah, thanks for bringing that up actually, because I want to talk about that.
Sorry.
Yeah, go on.
Do you think that was his decision?
No. Personally, no. Char might say different, but I feel like obviously the Conte, I'll say this to Char as well, obviously the Conte rumours have come in about, him being the potential successor and the tactics he deploys and the formations he tries out. So we know that Conte is either a 3-4-3 guy or a 3-5-2 guy. I feel like he's done that because for me, I don't have a recollection of him in recent times changing his formation to do that, a 3-5-2 or a 3-4-3. So I feel like he's done that, number one, because the first thing he doesn't want to do is concede. So he doesn't want to leak goals. And number two is in response to the rumours of Conte coming in. That's my personal opinion. I don't think that if the result was as bad last week, I don't think he would have changed things the way he did. So no, I don't think it's him.
Was it welcome though? I know, Char, you watched the game because obviously the Tabo's theory of Ronaldo blocking the young boys, they were all on the bench. Like, is this something where you think like...
Yes. Yeah, no, good point, because I was actually talking to Prez about this, and I've been talking to quite a few United fans about it. Look, if we end up the way he talked, it was like it was introduced for that game. I don't know if it's something that he's going to stick with long term. However, if it is the case that we do stick with it, it's very, very long for the likes of Sancho, because in reality, basically, there's only 2 attacking the positions for them to get into. You're not benching Bruno. Ronaldo is obviously basically untouchable. So in theory, there's only one. So basically, the person next to him, and as I think everyone has recognised now, Ronaldo isn't a number 9. He plays off striker. That's what, like, because obviously when he's been tied down and his movement has been the sole focus of an attacking pattern, I don't think he's as effective as if. Look at it. You know, just the goal he scored yesterday. That was off the fact that their centre backs were engaged with Cavani, and he just pulled it. He just pulled back. That movement was like, if you haven't seen it, look at the movement again, and it's nuts. Like, just like the delicate moves that he obviously creates space with. But yeah, I personally, just to sort of go back to what you asked, is looking very long. I don't think he can afford to stick with this 3-4-3 with the players that we've got available.
So against City, you wouldn't do like.
I think he'll do. No, I think he'll do it against City again. Yeah.
Definitely.
I mean, what would you guys like?
No, he will do it against City. But just to add to what Prez said, basically, the last time I remember him doing it was the game in Paris when we beat PSG. We played 3-4-3 in that game too. I wasn't sure then. I'm not sure now. But yeah, I think to get results and against big teams, yeah, he will do that, because I think he's realised he tried it against Liverpool to do like, we're just as good as them. We can impose the way we're going to play on them, and I think he's realised that he hasn't got that level of buy-in yet. So yeah, I think he's just going to sort of mix and match when the games come now.
I think in terms of personnel, the subtle difference is that he put Shaw at wing back, because back when he played three at the back the first time. He put Shaw left centre back, didn't he? So I think that's probably the difference there. But I don't know, man. For me,
it stinks of a desperate man, innit? Basically.
Yeah.
It stinks of a desperate man. Look, if we're getting results, I'm not going to complain. But yeah, personally, I don't know where we're going with this one.
I'm going to kind of piggyback from you to Prez and Stephen. Question: what type of football would you want United to play, and do you reckon they are playing it, or they have the propensity to play under Ole?
Yeah, I mean, like I said to you, I feel like Ole has had enough time to show us whether there is some development in his tactical abilities or capabilities as a manager. And for me, I haven't seen it. And personally, I feel like we aren't playing the football that we should be playing with the players that we have, because I feel like over the course of period of time where we've been trying to build a squad of quality players year on year, right? So we've been saying as fans, as United fans, oh, we haven't got the players. We need this player in this position. I think the only position we're short of now is a DM. So how many more times can we defend almost the manager to say he needs these players in order to be able to do what he needs to do? I feel like by now we should be seeing something. We should be seeing structure. We should be seeing patterns of play. We should be, the players out there should have instructions at the bare minimum of what they should be doing on and off the ball. And I feel like I don't see that watching United week in, week out. So for me, I feel like Ole's out of ideas. He's fresh out of ideas. I want to see a coach that knows what he's doing in the hot seat, personally.
It's a good thing you say that. And this is a question to Jake. And because the reason I'm bringing Jake is I'll kind of go into that. I feel like we as football fans like that four at the back, and obviously, when we talk about managers coming to replace other managers, we're talking about the Italian managers who traditionally, and most the history will show, play three. So, from Jake, actually, do you like the fact that you played three, or do you prefer four, or is it just whatever gets you wins or gets you trophies?
Yeah, that last one. I don't care how it gets done, as long as it. No, it's like, I think for the team, so you look at Chelsea, for example, right now, I remember on the Lampard, and obviously tactically it's not as good as Tuchel, but just four at the back, we were so open. Yeah, five at the back, we're the best defense of the league. So I think it's very personnel orientated, because you can't imagine seeing Liverpool playing with five at the back. There's just no need. You can't imagine City playing five at the back, really. It's just what works for each one. But I think it's just a misconception that three at the back / five at the back is defensive. Like when we were with Conte, our five at the back, we were the most attacking team in the league. Like we just ripped people apart left, right, and centre. So
It depends how you play with those. Like, for example, with Chelsea, they play 5 at the back. But have you seen how advanced Azpilicueta and Rudiger actually play? Like, they play as basically like 2 centre mids. And I think yesterday we done it well because Maguire and Lindelof actually stepped in. So like on paper, we're obviously playing with more defenders, but it can actually, especially against low blocks, it actually could do a lot more good for your attacking patterns than what it probably people give credit for. So I see the benefits in it. But for United, just with the amount of players and attacking positions we have, but obviously Ollie's at the point now where he can't afford to be almost doing it for the sake of playing all our young boys. Basically, he's got to get results now in it because I think he knows that come the summertime, he's probably gone in it if he doesn't do anything spectacular this season.
Well, so from one club that's deciding their formation to another that maybe you'd say haven't found their formation, and obviously Tottenham are going through a lot right now. So Calvin, it's time for you to get on that mic jaw, and if you can, I know it's not going to be easy, just to like let us get insight of what's actually going on right now at Tottenham. I mean, like I said before, Carabao Cup, you're progressing, but in the Premier League, you just don't know what Tottenham's going to turn up.
In all honesty, Munir, I don't know what's going on at Tottenham at the moment. Like, I don't know. Obviously, bro, like, I don't...
that pause killed me.
That deafening silence.
We are in big trouble, innit? Like, massive trouble. I said, like, we had a couple of decent results, but I was never certain of how things were going to be moving forward. Saturday was another embarrassing performance. Didn't have a shot on target. I don't know what it is. I can't because we've got good players, but they don't play very well. We don't attack. We're so bad defensively. Obviously, there's rumours going around Nuno's got the sack. I don't know how true that is. I'm hoping it's true, but I don't know, man. We need something. We need a change. It's 10 games in, and it may seem like harsh, but I think he's lost the dressing room already.
Yeah.
But Calvin, the thing is, though, if Nuno goes, who's coming in?
Give it Ryan Mason to the end of the season. Honestly. Just like, for me, obviously, I want Potter or... But the thing is,
I think your team needs an overhaul. It's time to stop blaming the managers, man. Like, this team has been together for a long time, and they've been flopping on the pitch as well. Like,
no,
actually, Calvin, bigger question. So you see, Newcastle is going to take over West Ham very soon. Do you reckon it's time for Tottenham? Because clearly with Levy, it hasn't worked. So do you think
like that? I would do anything to get Levy and Enik out of the club, like 100%. Like, I want that. Whether it's going to happen or not, I don't know. But
you know what stood out to me yesterday, yeah. Like I've don't get me wrong in it. Like, Tottenham have it was only recently you've probably had like a bit of a golden period in terms of obviously your current, not even like a parting, but you haven't been like, you're not like reaped in heritage in it. You've been a very competitive sort of mid-team in the Premier League, but yesterday,
kick a man when he's down.
But come on, man. It's not a parting. What I'm saying, the reason why I'm saying that is because obviously you've had like a period now where under Pochettino, and obviously recently it hasn't been as of great. But yesterday, you just looked so void of ideas. I kept saying to my friends, it wasn't even the fact that United played that well. Tottenham were just really, really bad. That was the main thing I was watching.
They started the game well, though.
The first 5-10 minutes they were on the front foot, but even that, they had no
I've been telling you, man. We never look like we're going to.
Is it a down tools thing though? Because
I don't. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I don't understand it.
But this is the thing, though, guys.
I think he's out of his depth.
Steven. So, for example, Kane wanted to go, and then Levy said no, stay. So you have this guy who's supposedly the biggest guy in your club who wants to leave your club and is staying. So what message does that send to everyone else? That's like, okay, this guy doesn't want to stay here, so why should we play?
Yeah. No, he flopped so bad. My friend Max, who's a Tottenham fan, he was speaking to him earlier, and he was saying that Dave, he's just done so many, like Levy's been known as like the hard-headed like businessman that's hard to like negotiate with, but he's made so many mistakes. When you actually think about what he's been over the last probably like 2-3 years.
You know, Pochettino predicted this. He said that this squad is done. We need a revamp. And Levy didn't back him. And he predicted it. You see in the documentary how it all went down. We got Jose in. We've taken another step back. And now with Nuno, it's another step back. And we're in trouble, massive trouble. I can't put my finger on it. I think what Andy said's right. I do think that the players, we have to look at the players. It is a squad that's been together for a long time and it needs to freshen up. But for me, there's no excuse for other teams in the league to be performing better than us with the players we've got.
Yeah.
And that's my issue. Like we never looked like scoring yesterday. We haven't done in a lot of games. West Ham last week, for example, poor again. It's just not good enough. Like we've got good enough players and a good enough squad to be able to be competitive at least. And we're not doing that at the moment. And I think when you've got Kane and Son, you've got two world-class players, yeah? But if they're not up to it, then that's it. We're relying on bits of magic from either of the pair of them. Obviously, Kane's done nothing this season, but Son's been that man. And if Son doesn't do anything, then we're finished, pretty much.
The supporting cast are not doing much neither. Probably the only other player, Ndombele, who tries a bit.
Can we talk about Lo Celso though? Because that guy is whack.
But yeah, then it's like Lo Celso, Bergwijn. I've tried to back Bergwijn, but no, he's not it. Like, there's a lot of mid players. Lucas Moura, actually, he tries as well.
Bro, he's smart.
Moura does.
The fans were pissed when he got dragged.
See, Lucas Moura is that player that he gives everything and he tries, but he's just not got the consistency or the ability to be able to be a numbers man. So you can try as much as you want, but he'll only get you like 5 goals a season, might get you a couple of assists, 7 goals. It's not good enough, really. Bergwijn, Bergwijn's young, but Bergwijn's young, but obviously he's not really done it. And we've got nothing else. Lo Celso, as you said,
Lo Celso gives me that.
He was bought for big money.
Yeah,
he's bought for big money, and he's not performed. He's not performed. Simple as that. He's not performed. Yeah. He's bought for big money. I was shocked he played Ben Davis over Reguilon. That was a weird one.
He struggled, I don't know why Ben Davis.
Yeah, struggled. But the thing is, Ben Davis has been washed. Like he's just a backup left back. Yeah, but he started him in that kind of game. Like, do you know what? Yeah, I knew. I know Charles said it last week, but I didn't want to obviously sound like a pussy. I knew.
Put your pride.
I'll be real. I knew we were gonna bust it open yesterday. You know that. I knew, because them man are spineless. Like Roy Keane said it after the game. We're embarrassing. At the moment, I'm embarrassed to support this club. Like genuinely, I don't want to go to games. I ain't bought no merch. Bro, I just have such a horrible feeling about Tottenham. Like when we're on, I don't even want to watch it. It's a horrible position to be in right now. I'll be honest with you, man. Like it's the club that I love. It's all I've known my whole life, yeah. And at the moment, there's just nothing there anymore. And it's just a lot of it is down to Nuno because he's the manager. He's obviously the person who got to take responsibility. But it's deeper than that. It's Levy, like you said. It's Enick. It's everything. And it's all just come tumbling down now, man.
Carvin, I think things will change, and you guys can quote me on this. Is when you remove Lloris. Once you get a new keeper, it will start getting better.
Bro, like who's the second choice keeper though that you man bought?
Galini.
Yeah, it'll start getting better because Lloris needs to go, man. He's old. He's a dinosaur.
You think that the goalkeeper is the root of their problem?
No. Yeah, exactly. So it's reflects. I think it starts from take Lloris out. You need something fresh. Start with something fresh, and then it becomes like a butterfly effect. It changes. You don't have to have Lloris is a good keeper, but I don't think it's that. He's not it, man. He's not even for France. He's not it.
Maybe like to a certain extent. Obviously, he's 33 now, I think, so he's getting on. But I know it's hindsight. I just wish we sold Harry Kane in the summer. I wish we just took the money and just rebuilt the squad brought some new players in and just freshened it up and just
Because
started
nothing
again.
good's come out of it.
Nothing good's come
in
out of it.
regards to that, Donny, see you in May.
We've got a player, yeah. We've got a player that obviously doesn't want to be there. He's not performing well because obviously we thought, cool, we keep Kane. At least we've got like a world class player, right? Someone who can change a game in an instance, right? But Andy said a few weeks ago, is Kane finished? And I backed him. I'm starting to look now. There was one point in the game, I think Cavani got it on the right and he played it back and Kane intercepted it. And he ran forward.
Yeah, go
Yeah. I didn't know if it was Eric. Brother, I didn't know if it was Eric Dyer or Harry Kane running forward.
I know exactly which one you're talking about.
And then he just dinked it like lazy, like almost he was blowing from the run from the heart and he dinked it to the back post. I'm thinking, and the fact, like the fans, and it was evident. The fans were turning, they were booing, and like, where anytime Kane done something and he messed up, so you could hear the jeers, bro. Like it's a very toxic atmosphere.
Sean Maguire was badding him up, bro. It was ugly.
Quick question before we move on, Munya. Sorry, quick question. I just want to ask about this because do you think Kane is almost jeopardizing his potential sale next year with the way he's playing now?
100%. Who wants
he
him
could
now?
be done now, yeah, because he could be. It's a very sticky situation right now because if he doesn't carry on scoring goals, who's going to be spending 100 mil on a striker that's not scoring goals at 29 years old?
It's not going to be 100 mil though. It's going to be at least 50, and I can still see City going for him.
yeah, City will do it.
Only time would tell. But I mean, instead of talking about players, as I mentioned, this game was dubbed El Sackico as the ones that are lost. The rumors flying around that the time could be up for Nuno, so keep eyes on our social media and we'll update you as soon as we can.